There's a product in nearly every nursery that pediatricians are actively warning against, not suggesting you limit, warning against, and chances are you either own it or you've seen it recommended in parenting groups this week. I'm talking about infant walkers, but they're just the beginning. There are 7 products parents buy with the best intentions, products marketed as helpful, safe, even educational, that are quietly interfering with your baby's natural development. And number 4 on this list, it's in 90% of homes, marketed as learning tools. And research shows it might be delaying the very skills it claims to teach. By the end of this video, you'll see your baby's gear completely differently. Let's start with the ones stealing critical movement skills. Product number 1, baby walkers. Baby walkers seem genius. Your pre-walking baby gets mobility. You get a break. Everyone's happy. Except here's what the research actually shows. Babies who use walkers walk later than babies who don't. Not by days, by 3 to 4 weeks. A study tracking 190 infants found that walker users also scored lower on developmental assessments at both 10 and 14 months. But why? Because when a baby sits in a walker, they're not learning to walk. They're learning an entirely different movement pattern, pushing off with their toes and rolling forward. No balance needed, no core strength required, no weight shifting problem solving. And here's what most parents miss. All that floor time, the wobbling, the falling onto their padded diaper, the trying again, isn't struggle. It's their nervous system building neural pathways for movement. Every time your baby catches themselves before tipping over, their cerebellum is learning. Every time they pull up on furniture and their legs shake from effort, muscle memory is being encoded. The walker bypasses all of it, then add the safety issue. Walkers give babies speed before they have judgment. Suddenly, your 8-month-old can reach stairs, hot surfaces, dangling cords. The American Academy of Pediatrics reviewed the data and called for a complete ban. What works instead? Floor play, walking while holding their hands, sturdy push toys that require effort to move. Your baby will walk when their body is ready, and they'll do it better without shortcuts. Product number 2, Bumbo seats. Those molded foam seats that prop babies upright before they can sit independently, they look harmless. But here's the problem. Sitting isn't something you teach. It's something that develops from the inside out. When babies spend time on their tummies, rolling, pushing up on their arms, they're building deep core muscles that eventually make sitting possible. But when we prop them upright artificially, we're putting pressure on a spine that isn't ready. We're skipping muscle development that has to happen first. Think about it. Imagine being locked into a position you don't have the strength to hold. That's what these seats do. The solution? Let your baby figure out sitting naturally. They'll push from tummy time into side sitting first, then sit with hands forward for support. Eventually, they'll sit independently because their body earned it, and that's when sitting becomes actually functional. Product number 3, screens and baby videos. Deep breath. I'm about to talk about screens. Here's what peer-reviewed research shows. For babies under 2, screens don't teach. They delay language and social development. But my baby loves watching videos. They're so focused. Exactly, that's the problem. Your baby's eyes track bright colors. Their attention gets captured by rapid movement. But that's not learning. That's hijacked attention. Babies learn language from back and forth human interaction. They need to babble and have you respond. They need to point at something and hear you name it. They need to watch your face change expression as you talk. Videos can't do that. Even interactive videos can't respond to your specific baby's specific sounds in real time. But there's something else. That rapid-fire stimulation, the quick cuts, flashing colors, constant sensory input, makes real life seem boring by comparison. Real conversations are slower. Real play is quieter. And babies start craving that intense stimulation, which makes patient, responsive interactions harder. Here's what I'm saying. Every minute in front of a screen is a minute not spent in the kind of interaction that actually builds language. A baby watching 2 hours of educational videos will hear thousands of words. But a baby spending those same 2 hours with a responsive caregiver, being talked to, sung to, read to, will hear more words and hear them in context, with emotional tone, facial expressions, and back and forth rhythm. That's where language lives. What do you do when you need a break? Create a safe play space where your baby can explore independently. Or talk to them while you cook. Narrate what you're doing. I'm cutting carrots now. Hear that sound? It feels silly. It's language gold. Product number 4. Overly stimulating toys. Let's talk about toys that light up, play music, and basically perform for your child. These toys don't nurture curiosity, they demand it. Watch what happens. The toy makes the noise. The toy performs the action. The toy dictates the play. Your child becomes an audience member, not a creator. Now watch what happens with simple toys. Blocks, a wooden spoon and pot, a cardboard box. Suddenly, your child has to imagine what it becomes. They create the storyline. They figure out how pieces fit together. That's where executive function develops. That's where creativity is born. That's problem solving in real time. Plus, simple toys are naturally calming. There's no competing for attention. Play becomes focused and intentional. You might find that the $50 light-up toy sits ignored while your child spends an hour with the box it came in. That's not a toy failure. That's your child's brain craving the open-ended play it needs. Product number 5, sleep positioners. This is the one that genuinely scares me. Not concerns me, scares me. Infant sleep positioners, cushioned sleep pods, those cozy-looking nests promising better sleep. The American Academy of Pediatrics is crystal clear. Babies should sleep on a firm, flat surface with nothing else in the crib. Why? 2 reasons. First, immediate safety. Soft surfaces restrict natural movement and increase suffocation risk. But second, the developmental impact. When babies sleep on firm, flat surfaces, they naturally move during sleep. They turn their heads, shift weight, adjust position. Those small movements strengthen muscles and develop motor skills. Cushion pods restrict all of that. There's also a sensory component. A bare crib lets your baby see their environment, track light and shadows, hear sounds clearly. Cushioned pods create a visually monotonous enclosed space that reduces sensory input. But what about flat spots on their head? Valid concern. The solution isn't a positioner. It's more tummy time when awake, varying the direction they face in the crib and holding them more. Bottom line, a firm, bare crib is a safe crib. Fitted sheet, wearable blanket for warmth, nothing else. Product number 6, automated soothers, swings and vibrating devices that rock your baby to sleep. I understand the appeal. When you're holding a crying baby for hours, mechanical relief feels like salvation. But here's what we trade: attunement. Attunement is when you learn your baby's rhythms, when you can distinguish their hungry cry from their tired cry, when you discover that your baby calms with a specific swaying motion or a particular sound you make. That learning goes both ways. Your baby is learning your rhythm too, how you hold them, your scent, your heartbeat. That's how secure attachment forms. When a machine does the soothing, that reciprocal learning doesn't happen. Babies become dependent on mechanical motion. Here's the thing about human soothing. It's irregular. Your breathing changes. Your swaying isn't perfectly rhythmic. That variability helps babies learn to regulate their own systems. Machines maintain a constant state. They don't teach modulation. If you're using a swing for a 5-minute bathroom break, reasonable. But if the swing becomes the primary way your baby falls asleep, we're creating dependency. The alternative? Baby wearing, gentle rocking, skin-to-skin contact, consistent bedtime routines. More work up front. But it builds something lasting, a baby who feels secure with you and develops their own capacity for self-soothing. Product number 7, food pouches. Food pouches are everywhere. No mess, no prep, easy to travel with. For occasional use, they're fine. But When pouches become the primary way a child eats, we rob them of crucial learning. Here's what your baby is supposed to learn during mealtimes: using their hands to pick up different textures, the force needed to grasp a slippery banana versus a firm cracker, fine motor skills bringing food to their mouth, oral muscle strength needed for chewing, and eventually clear speech. They're also learning through all their senses. What does a blueberry feel like when you squeeze it? What happens when I smash this avocado? When everything comes from a pouch, that sensory exploration doesn't happen. Food becomes uniform, smooth texture requiring no chewing, no manipulation, no discovery. And there's something else. Self-feeding builds confidence. When your baby successfully gets food into their mouth, they light up. I did this. I'm capable. Pouches keep children dependent. Yes, self-feeding is messy, but that mess is learning. Those smashed peas, cause and effect. That banana in their hair, sensory exploration and fine motor practice. Start with finger foods. Offer different textures. Let them explore with their hands. Give them a spoon to hold even if they can't use it effectively yet. Put a mat under the high chair. Dress them in clothes you don't care about. That mess is temporary. The skills are forever. Here's what's fascinating. Every product on this list was invented in the last 40 years. Baby walkers in the 1950s, bumbo seats in the early 2000s, food pouches in the last 15 years, meaning millions of babies, including your parents and grandparents, develop just fine without any of them. These delays don't announce themselves. You don't get a notification that core strength isn't developing. There's no warning that language skills are lagging. It just happens slowly, invisibly, until suddenly you're at the 18-month checkup and the pediatrician is asking questions you weren't expecting. Real development happens through movement, connection, touch, exploration, and time. It happens on the floor, in your arms, with simple toys, through messy meals. You don't need every trending product. You need to trust the process. To believe your baby's body and brain know what they need. So tonight, walk through your home and ask one question. Is this product doing something my baby should be learning to do themselves? That's it. One question. It will change everything. Drop a comment. Which product surprised you most? And if this changed how you see baby gear, share it with another parent. Your presence, your patience, your willingness to let development unfold naturally, that's more powerful than anything money can buy.